him or anything, but just kind of like lean over to be like closer to him and just. I think the good thing is, though, is we know. I mean, I at least have your back, and I'm pretty sure everyone else means what they say when they say that they're here for us too.
I hope so. This is just the beginning of our adventure here, so I don't want us to fall apart before we even get halfway through it.
When do you suppose we tell them about the posters we saw in town?
I don't know if it'll be a good time at all. But I know
What
Apple...
posters you talk about?
Fuck. I forgot you were here.
I just came
did
back.
too.
What are you eating?
Muffin.
Can I
Want
help?
one?
Are they so delicious? Did you make them so good this time?
I mean, they're not burnt, so that's a win.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well,
You're welcome.
last night when me and Fen were walking through the town, we found some missing people posters. A lot of people in town are missing. And I don't know if Apple will react very well to finding out half of the town is missing.
Half the town's missing?
I don't know if it's half the town, but there was a lot of people.
The shops are gone.
There's a lot of shops gone.
What shops are gone?
We tried to go to the blacksmith and it was closed.
The blacksmith closed? Who's missing?
She's gonna like look over at Torin like, good fucking going. Yeah, the blacksmith, Shadow and Light, I'm pretty sure Valanth is gone now. The jewelry store. There's a lot of places that are gone. They're closed up.
Okay. Concerning. Cool. But who at the blacksmith is gone?
The guy, the blacksmith,
The-
his wife posted up the poster. I don't remember his name.
You hold up the poster?
Didn't Fen take the poster?
Mm-hmm.
The one off of the
Off of the door of the blacksmith, yeah.
was it the blacksmith or was it
Yeah, we went to the blacksmith.
like the
Yeah, the ironclad arms.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I thought we went to Okay, never mind. Yes.
Morthos knows
So
who
she's
it
gonna-
is, but Amar doesn't.
She's gonna pull it out of her pocket and hand it to Amar.
Goes through it. Does it say the runesmith specifically?
It says Duran, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's
Okay.
missing?
Yo, there's kids in this house. Watch your mouth.
Sorry. Damn it.
One
I'm
for the
not
curse
used to
shot.
kids, okay? It's been a while. It's like, do you guys know how fucking severe this is? This is a runesmith that's missing. Like, these guys don't exist anymore outside of like a few rare cases.
Yeah.
Now they don't exist here.
Like,
Fucking savage.
Ben.
was this because of the spa?
Probably they might have been people. Yes, I think so.
Fuck.
All we know is there's a lot of people missing out of this town.
Was that our fault?
Yeah, I think it is. I think the bathhouse disappearing made those people disappear too. So, we have a big problem on our hands.
Torin, why couldn't you have solved this better? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Torin, why couldn't have you been better?
Oh my gosh.
Just a
Poor
whole new round
Torin,
of
man.
trauma.
Getting slammed from every angle.
Nah, shit. That's not good. But if we find him, then he owes us a favor.
Amar, we have people in this town missing, and you're thinking about favors?
I mean, we find them all. It's a win-win.
Okay, then we
Fen-
have to figure out where it went.
Well, that I don't know. I'm not exactly
They just
smart on that shit.
disappeared when the bathhouse disappeared. We don't even know where the bathhouse went. We don't even know what the bathhouse was.
I mean, they said they followed what? Misery?
Yeah, but how are we gonna find Misery? I don't know about you, but I don't really have a magical spell that can kind of direct me to where the most misery is.
Did we leave anything
Yeah.
there? Anyone got access to like a detect object spell?
I don't know if that would work though, because it would detect an object and
Depends on if we forgot anything there. I'm pretty certain y'all grabbed my shit, but I don't know.
yeah. I don't think we left anything.
I didn't leave anything.
No one left a pair of underwear behind or anything like that.
Nope, I'm pretty sure I grabbed mine.
Pretty sure.
Well, I
He's a
was still
satyr.
wearing them, so
Why is a satyr wearing underwear anyway?
I was gonna ask the same thing.
you know
Like
what?
the way
It
they
is
feel.
a misconception that satyrs don't wear underwear, okay?
That is racist.
Is it
Oh, hey,
canon
Apple.
now that Fed has been wearing underwear and none of us have like said
Yes.
anything?
Yeah, there you go.
Fen does wear underwear. It makes her uncomfortable. She doesn't.
Not pants, just underwear.
She was raised by Apple. I feel like Apple would have included her, been inclusive with the other children, and raised her to wear underwear.
Yeah,
But Fen,
even though Apple goes commando.
Oh my god.
She's like, don't be
Ah!
like me. Be better.
but like Fen, explain this to me. Like, you're a satyr. Satyr, your
Oh.
lower half is fur, and clothing is made of a similar material, so your fur is basically the clothing. So you're essentially just wearing triple layers then.
I don't
You
know
not
either,
wear
Amar.
pants and you just wear Speedo. I'm not gonna lie, I don't exactly.
You want me to walk around with just nothing but a Speedo?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is that what you're doing? Like, because otherwise it seems to me you're wearing 3 layers. I don't exactly pay attention to this shit, so I'm sorry if I haven't noticed.
Amar, why are you asking about my underwear?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
We're getting off track.
It's making us both feel weird.
Try the muffins. Slams the plate of muffins on the table.
I don't know that I'm hungry anymore, actually.
Fine.
Soren like snakes one into his hand and like eats it slowly. He's just staring at the table.
That moment, Apple's gonna come back in with her papers and present a plan. Okay,
Plan, you said.
so what we need now is information, right? So as much as me and Valenth don't see eye to eye, I think the best thing to do is to go to her place and see if she can help us do some research. She does have a lot of knowledge, a lot of books, a lot of things that can help us. Fen, you might have to apologize again, but I think that is the best course of action.
Who is that again?
You know, my arch nemesis,
Yeah.
Valenth.
Torin just kind of like
Yeah.
side-eyed.
Why
and he's
is
like,
it get so weird in here? What's going on?
We
Um,
have some
For
information.
no reason. Okay.
Wait
Oh,
a
God.
minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Shadow and light, right? That's what you guys said,
Yeah.
right?
The Shadow and Light, that's Valent's shop. The one with the T in the books that we were just at. What?
So what if
Oh.
I told you?
Don't tell
Crazy,
me she was one of the
crazy
ones that
idea.
disappeared.
Crazy story. Ballad isn't here anymore. She's gone. She poofed.
When the people
With the
that
bathhouse.
disappeared in the bathhouse, that she was one of them.
Who wants to go on a little field trip to Shadow and Light? Everyone good?
Did you not hear what I said?
Yes, I heard you said Valenth is gone. I assume she's one of the villagers that disappeared with the bathhouse.
Yeah.
I would like to go to her shop.
She looks at Tora and she's like, she's taking this so well.
I don't know what we were stressing about. This is great.
Great idea, Apple.
So we're robbing the place.
No, we're just going to her shop to do some investigating.
The shop that's closed.
We don't know if it's closed. We are just walking by.
Valid. Have a muffin.
Oh, I'm not hungry. No, thank you.
Damn it, why is no one hungry? Eats another muffin.
I will
I
have
want
some more coffee though, and I get myself another cup of coffee and down it, and then I'm ready to go.
While you
Thanks
guys
for
are
trying one, Torin.
while you guys are trying, Amar, give me a perception check.
Okay. Where are you? Perception. Hey. That is a 17.
Damn. So as you guys are talking and everything, you have like the muffins and the little container, whatever. You see this tiny hand come from the table of a little child trying to jack a muffin.
Amar.
Is it Bella?
Amar
You don't know. All you see is a tiny hand.
Amar quickly grabs the hand and like pulls the child up from under the table.
Just by their arm.
Yeah.
So you pull it up. It's the young boy that caught you cursing when you first walk in the door.
Amar picks up a muffin with the other hand, hands it
He's
to
just like
him.
just
Yeah.
hanging there.
Yeah, Amar grabs a muffin, hands it to him, is just like, you didn't hear me say a single swear word. And sets him down.
And then you just see him like.
You basically just
Awesome.
pull a Gandalf on the kid when he pulls Sam through the window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, totally. I love
Cedric would make the Lord of the Rings reference.
Right.
it. Dang.
He really
Like,
is
it wasn't
Aragorn.
aggressive anyway. It was more like reaction and then playful. Like the hand appeared, he went for it because like that's just a normal instinct. But then it was just like, oh, this is just a kid. Like, what's up, kind of shit.
Hey, Mark, could I'll take one of those muffins too, before we head out.
Thank you. Finally, Torin, thank you. Cedric, thank you. And small child, thank you.
Small child.
Small child. Small child.
What do you call him?
I think his name was like Derek or something.
I love how Apple doesn't even know her kid's name.
I said that in
It's
Cozy's
Derek.
voice, so.
Oh my gosh. I
Apple
love
is
it.
that parent that's like, Steve, fuck Bob, fuck James.
And then I call him by like the
You.
dog's name. That has happened to me
Oh
before.
my goodness.
Like my mom called me by my dog's name. It's pretty embarrassing. Anyway.
Okay, Amar does not say this, but it means my first instinct was to be like, your new nickname is Little D.
Little D.
Cedric's
my
head
gosh.
turns. Oh,
That's what I was kind of thinking about. Like, how do I say that?
No. Too soon.
That's funny.
but Cedric says, Apple, yeah, I got some coffee in me and a muffin. Wherever you gotta go, we'll come.
All right, let's
By the
go.
way,
I'm just
follow
gonna
me.
beeline for Valence.
Okay. So each of you kind of gather your things or whatever you'd like to take with you and make your way across town. I'd say it's not like really early morning because like some of you woke up late, but it's still morning. There's a small bustle of, well, whoever's still here going to work and moving around their town. You do notice that there tends to be just like an overall sense of like sadness at the loss. People are starting to put together that more than just their person disappeared. Stories are starting to kind of share and be put together a little bit, and you can just kind of feel a small sense of sadness, though in that sadness you do get a sense of strength. This is a town that has lived on the edge of a fey magical forest for a very long time, and you know, shit happens, for lack of a better term. People disappear, people die. That's part of this town. So they are sad, but not distraught. You're able to make your way down the way until you reach the Shadow and Light. It is indeed closed. There is not a like a note on the door or anything like that, but it does look to be shut down. There's a padlock on the door, but there is another shop in the top of the tower, so it looks like the place where she's at isn't fully shut down.
Cool. Upon getting there, Apple is going to kind of like duck into a where she's not really seen from the street, and then is going to wild shape into a spider.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Hammer sees the
Ben
spider.
is just, I
crushes it.
hate when
Whoa!
she does that.
No, I'm kidding.
Whoa!
Spider!
Ew!
Oh darn. The funny thing is an apple would just like burst from his foot, you know?
Yeah.
But
Damn it,
okay.
anymore! I only have 2 wild shape for short rest.
Well, I'm not actually doing it.
No, I know.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so you go into a spider. What are you doing?
I am gonna go right into the shop.
Okay. So you're able to sneak inside the shop. What are you doing, Amir?
Oh, just leans over to Cedric, just like, Apple needs to warn us and she does that. I was about to crush that spider.
Yeah, a little bit of a warning could have been nice. I thought we were just gonna head back, but Apple obviously has some plans, so we will see it through.
And then I am gonna. Would I be able to unlock the door from the inside, or like it's a padlocked from the outside?
It's padlocked from the outside.
Okay. But are there is
you
there
may
like
be
any
able to.
windows I can open?
As a spider, no.
Oh well, no, I'm gonna revert.
Okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
you're gonna go inside.
I'll go
revert.
inside or revert.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
As soon as you revert.
That is a 18.
An 18. Okay. You do notice that it seems whatever her security system was still does seem to be active. You don't know what it does though.
Okay. Oh, damn it, Valenth. Oh, please don't do anything to me. I just really need this information. And then I'm gonna go to one of the windows that's like more on the area of the building that's not so like right up against the main street and crack it open.
Okay. So on the back side of the building, it is a little bit more concealed from like the main street, but it is kind of like a tower or like a spire with the one shop down below and then the one shop up above. So pretty much anywhere is very visible all around it, but you're able to open the window no problem.
Okay. And I'm gonna go, hey, guys, come over to where I'm at.
Oh, hey,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breaking and entering.
Breaking in. It's a heist.
I knew we were gonna rob this place. Called it.
Okay, we're not gonna rob this place. We are going to take some notes and get some information. If Valenth was here, she would let us do this exact thing. We are not going to take any books out of this building.
Fen feels a little bit of a...
And I look at Fen pointedly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not gonna take anything. That was a one-time thing.
And it looks like her security system is still active, so we need to be very careful about not damage anything, not do anything out of the ordinary. And then I back in the bed.
Okay. You guys all coming inside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys all come inside the Shadow and Light, and just like last time, although be it because some closed shutters and the fire isn't going, and there doesn't seem to be some of the magical lights that are normally on that are on, you do see the same scene that you've seen before, where it's just a elegant balance of dark wood and shimmering surfaces and rows and rows of different types of books in a cozy corner, and the large kind of like counter in the back that she used to stand behind. What would you guys like to do?
Cedric, how good are you at finding traps?
That is a. What's the roll for that?
Investigation or perception, depending upon.
Yeah, I think so.
I have a +4 to investigation.
Like, here.
It's
take
also a
this.
spell.
Well, yeah.
There's also a spell find.
Don't worry.
Traps, but give me 1 second. I'm double checking the rules.
I'll hand him the scroll of detect magic. Be like, here, use that to see like magic shit. See if you can find the source of the traps.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's a
it's
three. It's a 3-step process. First, perception to perceive the trap. Second, investigation to see if you can understand how it works without triggering it. And third, disarming the trap,
Okay.
like dexterity.
So what did Amar hand Cedric?
Scroll of detect magic.
Okay. How does that work?
It's basically a scroll that allows you to cast the detect magic spell.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I assume, at least.
Yep.
So so you said the first one is
Perception to perceive a trap.
okay. So Cedric kind of starts looking around, kind of dragging his fingers along the dust, thinking, this seemed a little too easy for us to break into a magic shop. And he starts looking around. First
Okay.
roll is a 11.
Okay. So you're kind of looking around everywhere. You don't see anything that stands out to you.
All right. Then he just kind of starts moseying around then, looking through books. Not necessarily touch anything, but definitely hands behind his back, just kind of walking around.
Alert.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Gotcha.
Nothing? Got
Sounds
nothing,
good.
Cedric?
I mean, I don't know. She kind of vanished without a trace. Maybe she didn't have enough time to throw up a trap. I mean, it's just a bookstore anyway, so, I mean, we're probably all right.
Well, you got that for 10 minutes. Keep an eye out for anything shiny.
All right, I'll keep watching around. You guys let me know if you need anything, though, and he just kind of starts just kind of meandering around.
Okay.
Would
Do you
Torin
have the
see-
scroll on?
Yes.
Did you
Yep.
cast it? Okay, I didn't hear that you cast it, so I'll add a little bit more information.
Okay.
So when you cast a scroll, you don't see anything physically with your eyes, but then when you activate the scroll and the detect magic goes off, it is a 30-foot radius, which is similar to the size of this establishment. It's not huge, right? First of all, you get quite a few books are lighting up. They are magical in some way or form. You're giving a heavy concentration of magic behind the counter. And it seems like there's an intricate network of magic circles and lines and different types of like sigils that are all embedded into the walls all around the place.
I imagine,
You can roll Arcana if you want.
yeah, I'll roll Arcana. Arcana. Yeah.
Arcana.
Arcana. +1. Come on, baby.
Baby.
My screen's blocking it.
Whoa!
Let's
Let's go!
Can
Okay,
I
so
say,
He rolled a
like,
20,
yes.
chat.
Dirty
takes the scroll and kind of starts holding around like the paper kind of turns transparent as like he's looking around.
Oh,
and,
that's
like,
cool.
the
Yeah, I
sigils
like
show
that.
up.
So as you kind of take around and look, at first it means nothing to you, but being in the wild and being a Fey Ranger and dealing with some magic of your own so far, you don't know the depths of magic, but occasionally you can really pull forth, how things work sometimes. And you look around and this is the sense you get. You get the sense that a lot of the magic circles that are embedded into the walls are basically like cameras, essentially. Ways to view different parts from all angles, the entirety of the place, which all connects back to the magic behind the counter. So she essentially has a sort of surveillance system so that she can keep track of everything that's going on within the place. There are several runes that you wouldn't know what they do, but you get the sense that they're dangerous if they went off. They seem
Cedric,
to mostly be connected to the books and if the books leave.
Cedric's still holding up the scroll. He's kind of piecing this all together. He goes, whoa, hold on here, guys. And then he kind of shines it over to the counter and he shines it back at the wall. He's kind of putting two and two together. This looks like some kind of security system. If I'm looking at this right, I think that if one of these books leaves, something's gonna happen with this system. And he kind of starts walking towards the counter. He's like, "Can anyone else kind of help me out with this? I'm sensing something over here, but like I'm really not the best with this type of stuff."
So books just can't leave.
That's kind of what I'm gathering. Second opinion might be good though.
It might trigger when the books leave the shelf too.
That's what I'm worried about.
That's
Let
what I was
me-
thinking too.
Let me take a gander at what's behind the counter.
Cedric
Okay.
kind of beckons Torn over. Yeah, it's kind of right here. It's right underneath. It's right underneath the shelf here. That's kind of where I'm getting like the biggest sense of like magic. Can you find anything else out about this?
Okay, Torn, go ahead and give me an Arcana check first.
It's an 8.
Okay,
I am-
so
Oh no.
so what this is going to do is because you got a low Arcana, it's going to increase the DC of this intelligence check. So go ahead and roll intelligence as you're trying to decipher magic that you haven't really seen before.
Please. What? Oh.
Do you have any inspiration?
No.
I do have inspiration.
Sorry, but
Do you want to use it?
don't
here or no?
everybody remember your inspiration? You know?
Playing on
Yeah.
hard mode.
Is this the moment you want to use it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it because I don't know what's gonna
Okay.
happen here if I fuck this roll up. I'm not trying to get us blown up. 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, okay then.
Let's fucking go.
So as you take your time and you look into it and you start to kind of decipher some of the magic built within, you don't fully grasp because of the lower arcana what it would do, but you do understand enough that you feel like you could turn it off.
I don't know what it does, but I think I could turn it off.
Really?
That's all you, kid.
And I'm
not gonna be touching this.
I, scurry around the counter and I cast guidance on Torin. I put a mothering hand on Torin's shoulder and say, "You got this, kid."
On his
Okay.
shoulder.
You think it's his
You're
shoulder,
bent
it's
down.
actually his butt.
Yeah, he's bent down the
Oh,
end of
yeah.
the
Bent down
got
counter.
under the counter.
Got it.
I just
Okay,
like
go ahead and
jump.
let's see here. We will do, I think. I would like. I feel like a wisdom. I feel like a wisdom check. It'd be good.
Okay.
And I'll let you do a +3 on it.
15.
And you can roll a
Okay.
d4 for the guidance.
Oh.
Even though that was a really high roll.
It just made it 16.
Yeah,
so-
16.
Oh.
Beat that
Just
15
enough.
threshold! Right. So you take a little time. You maybe make a couple like adjustments to the circle, and like something kind of speeds up a little bit, kind of like a ticking bomb almost. But you're like catch yourself, and you're able to, and you get the sense as Cedric, you see is like a lot of the runes and the lights around the room shut down. The surveillance system seems to still be up, but the trapping system seems to have shut down.
Yes.
Let's go.
I
Did
think
it.
I got it.
Cedric.
I'm gonna pick.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think the surveillance is still up, but yeah, kid, I think you kind of disarmed. I think we should be good now, but everyone should just be a little cautious. But I think we have a little bit more breathing room now.
I'm gonna give Torin a big hug.
Smack
The
Tor
biggest
on
of
the back.
hugs.
Just
You
like,
like-
good job, let's go.
Rat like is hugging her and stands up.
A little hug. I'm gonna give Torin a little hug.
Alright, Cedric. I want you to find anything that's magical. Like, you see it glowing, pull that shit out. We're going through all this stuff.
The DM is like, oh man.
He pulls out his big binder.
Actually,
Yep.
You already
I'm
know
like,
what
I'm
Apple's
like
going for.
navigating to pages right now. I'm like, okay.
Okay. You already know what Apple's going for, so.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are pulling pretty much everything magical off the shelves.
Yeah, I
Books
guess.
on one table, magical items on another, whatever Cedric feels like finding.
Yeah, I guess. I look back at my notes. Last time I was looking for stuff on Faye. Could I refine that search?
Sure. If you do general searches, you get general information. If you do
Yeah.
refined searches, you can get more specific information.
Let's see here.
Real
Last.
quick,
Yes.
Amar, upon like kind of like giving that instruction, goes to the front of the shop and immediately starts peeking around all the windows to see if anyone is like clocking in on us being in a shop.
Okay,
that's
go ahead and give me a perception check.
Let's go.
oh yeah,
I know
Amar
we're doing
can't.
sketchy. Oh, so close to a 20.
Oh no. Okay. So you,
Alright,
you
well,
look around and kind of look out the windows. You don't see anybody clocking you.
And then he will try to stay kind of sneaky, just like.
Okay.
I know he's kind of big,
And we have shut the window after everyone came in. I wanted to
Okay. Good to know.
let you know.
I assume so, but you didn't say so yet.
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna say so.
Okay.
It's like I think
Sounds
we're
good.
clear.
What are you refining there, Cedric?
I might need a little bit of a history check. Did we find out that Milo was last seen in the Autumn Court, was it?
I wrote down it was a court filled with strange creatures. And it was like a musical type, but I think Haku said I could like hear that description because
Sure, yeah. Let me grab it for you.
I saw it and then I like wrote down basically all the information I got from it in character.
Yep. Okay, let's see. So you're specifically trying to remember the mystical scene that formed in front of you when he was at the court, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you saw was as the scene changed, you saw your husband standing in a grand otherworldly court filled with strange and enchanted creatures. The Lady of Shadow is addressing him. The tone was very commanding, yet it seemed to have a melodic nature, even though you couldn't hear what she was saying. You see your husband listening intently, His expression was very resolute. Then you see your husband turning away from the court, his eyes filled with sadness and determination. He looks back one last time, and it was at that moment his gaze met yours through the vision you saw in front of you, as if he knew you were watching in that moment. And he mouthed the words, "I'm doing this for you," before the vision faded.
Okay, we don't need to hear all that. Just kidding. That's not gonna be in the books.
That was the scene you saw. That was the third of four. That was the third of 4 scenes you saw.
Okay. Then I guess Cedric is specifically looking for I'll say information on the Lady of Shadows, but like how to get to that realm. Is there a portal? Is there something useful along those lines?
Okay. So there are several different books in here that could possibly provide you with that information. There is kind of like a Fae themed section on one of the bookshelves. And there's one that talks about courts, right? It's literally called Fae Courts, a quick and easy guide.
That's
right?
perfect.
You
Fake
also
courts for dummies.
yeah, Fake Courts for Dummies, essentially. Right? You do notice though, when you kind of pick up the book for a second, it's awfully thin.
Cedric grabs his book and kind of studies it, blows out the dust, and he's like, "Hey, Apple, come here. I think I might have found something a little interesting."
What a coincidence, because I am also researching the Lady in Shadow. So I'll probably be in that same section. What did you find, Cedric?
I found this Fake Courts for Dummies. No, what was the name of it? Not
Fake Courts,
for
the quick and easy guide.
Seems pretty straightforward to me. And he opens the book.
Is there anything in there about a quill dripping with silvery ink?
Let's see. And he kind of starts flipping through the pages.
Okay. So as you kind of flip through the pages, there's a couple of big pieces of information that you start to kind of get. One, so first what it has is, as you look at the table of like contents essentially in the book, you see multiple different court names. So it mentions the Sealy Court, the Unsilly Court, the Gloaming Court, and the Green Court. And then there's like a little asterisk with like a ... Oh, I think we lost Amar.
Nick,
Oh,
we
wait,
lost,
no.
we lost
We
somebody.
lost Nikki. Okay, there we go.
So
I
it
was
was-
like, we lost somebody.
It was Sealy, Unsealy,
Sealy, Unsealy, Gloaming, and Green Court.
Gloaming, and Green. Okay.
And then there's a little asterisk with ... that says, and some others.
Ah. Do any of them have any information about a court filled with strange creatures, any kind of like a musical nature to it?
So as you kind of look through each of the court's kind of description, you'd gather this general information. And this seems to be the information that outside of the Fey realm is known. So the Sealy Court has a ruler. Each court has a major ruler, either a king or queen, typically a queen. And they are on tier or even higher tier than many of the gods in power, strength, and longevity. But in the Fey world, they don't mess with what's happening outside of that. They seem to be very dedicated to their world. And one thing really comes across is there's a constant struggle for power, and they play games, usually games that involve mortals as their chess pieces to just make their decisions. The Sealy Court generally would be considered the good court, as far as good is considered in Fae, right? It's also known as the Summer Court. It's associated with beauty, joy, positive aspects of nature and magic. It's often portrayed in the stories of the Fae as malevolent and helpful to mortals, though they can be very capricious and whimsical. There's that warning that comes along with it. There's various noble Fae, such as Eladrin, Dryads, Satyrs, and others tend to be part of this court.
Okay.
And then you read more about the Unseelie court, right? The ruler seems to be the queen of air and darkness. This is generally known as the evil court or chaotic evil court. It's a winter court. It represents the darker, more dangerous aspects of the Fae nature. Its members are often malicious, have much trickery, and very dangerous to mortals. They revel in chaos and enjoy causing suffering. Many dark Fae, like hags, goblins, redcaps, and other malevolent creatures, thrive in this cold, shadowy court. The other courts it mentions that doesn't have as much detail on would be the Gloaming and the Green Court. Typically, these are the two neutral courts that don't maintain as much power as the rest. The Gloaming Court is less well defined, but it often represents twilight and dusk. It stands between the light of the Seelie and the darkness of the Unseelie courts. And this court's members can be very unpredictable, and they tend to embody both change and balance. Last and not least is the Green Court. Many powerful archfey are a part of this court. It's also neutral, but not always. It seems to be where people that don't have a lot of drive end up, even if they are powerful enough to make a difference. It's associated with deep ancient forests and that primal aspects of nature of the Fae and basically nature itself. They would include beings like Trents, centaurs, and other nature-like spirits. At the very end, you see this like little chapter with the asterisks that says, and many others. And there's just in bold letters, don't know.
Cedric is reading all this and he sees the Unseelie court, and he just kind of looks at Apple and boy, that doesn't sound good. But do you think that sounds like our best lead for Milo?
I don't know. I can't imagine why he would ever make a deal with those kind of beings. I'm really hoping it's maybe the Gloaming Court. The Twilight and Dusk kind of reminded me of the Shadows. And it seems a little more like a place there would be singing and music than in such a dark and evil court. But I don't know. Maybe there's some more information in some other books. Is there anything else like in that section?
What are you looking for?
I am looking for information on the Gloaming Court and the Unseelie Court. I am also looking for any information with like deals with Fae.
Okay.
Like making deals with Fae, which the Faes that like traditionally like are more likely to make deals like in history.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of Fae tend to make deals. Archfey, not as often as their power, like you've learned now, is essentially on par with the gods themselves, right? Typically, each Archfey literally creates, just by existing, they create a separate domain within the Feywild that's a different dimension that they live and rule within. Just by existing, that's their natural state. But they do occasionally also make deals. As you kind of read into deals and different things, I mean, you learn very similar information that you learned last time about deals, how many of the times a Fae will make a deal for all types of things. It could be your happiest memory. It could be a ball of string. It very much depends on the different type of Fae and their power level. One thing you do run across that you maybe didn't know before would be a person can have multiple deals, but for a new deal to be struck that stacks, the Fae that gives the next deal needs to be more powerful than the last. So if you have a deal with the Archfey first, you're not going to make a deal with anybody else other than another Archfey, if that makes sense.
Okay. And there's
there is a tiering to the deals.
There's nothing about like anything about signing with a silvery ink like quill. There's nothing unfortunate. Cedric,
It seems that most people that make deals aren't necessarily disclosing their agreements and how they worked.
That's fair.
So it's more
That's fair.
basic general information of like, these are kind of how the deal works, and most of it
Gotta write a
tends
fucking autobiography
towards
after
leaning
this.
into caution.
Cedric, I have an idea that might help us both. I don't know the wisdom in doing this, but I could call on the being that I made the deal with and see if he has any information. I just don't want to put anyone in danger. So if
Are we around everyone else when Apple's saying this?
Apple will not say it around the other people, no.
So, did you have more to say?
No, that was it.
Oh, Cedric says, I'm really glad you said it first, because I've been meaning to talk to you. I want to talk to the Fae again. We need answers, you and me both. And I think, and a part of me thinks that we're dealing with the same Fae here. I think it's a 2-for-1 deal. I don't want to bring everyone else involved in this. I think this is something that we're already intertwined with this Fae. I don't want everyone else to be sucked into this, but I need to talk to it again.
I would agree, yeah. Especially if you think that this Fae is the one that you made a deal with. He seems to know who you are, so...
I just look back. I had it in my notes. About a rose. I gotta find my notes again.
Oh, the sign of the contract?
Yeah, the rose. Dude, oh, that's what it was. The sign of the contract.
It was given to Apple as a sign of her contract.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then Apple gave it to you after pulling it away from you initially because you were interested in it, because it was the same favorite flower as your wife.
Yeah. And I just can't help but think that we're getting toyed with by the same Fae. And I thought it was crazy for wanting to contact him again. Or I shouldn't say again, but have a experience with it again. But I'm getting desperate, Apple. I don't know what to do.
So when do we want to do this?
Are we ready to do it tonight? Or is that too soon?
I want to do it as soon as possible. I don't know how much time I have, if I have time.
I know what you mean. We have to do it when everyone else is asleep tonight. We can't involve them. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We can use the shed. Just keep it separate from the house. That way, if anything goes crazy, we're at least in a separate building. Or we can go further out into the woods. That might be even better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be good. We can work out the details tonight, but let's do it.
All right.
And I think with that, Cedric probably closes the book and puts it back on the shelf.
Yep. And with that, Apple goes on to her next research spot.
Okay. Is anybody else wanting to do something, or do we continue with Apple's research?
Torrance just sitting on the counter, swinging his feet, just watching.
What a good boy.
living off the high of
He did a good job.
disarming the bomb, the magical bomb, basically.
Pretty much.
Amar's still keeping a watch just to see if anyone notices them being in there, but at the same time, it's like, Cedric, have you found any cool magic items yet?
Nothing. Just some books. A lot of valuable information, though. And he kind of recounts like the different courts to everyone, and he picks back up the book, rereads it to everyone, just kind of telling everyone about what was in the book.
Torin, what's your passive perception at?
Oh no.
But I don't like that. Passive perception is 21.
Holy shit balls. Okay, well, while you're sitting on the counter, waving your feet, sorry, I forgot your perception was so ridiculously high. You kind of like are looking around, and when you hopped up on the counter, kind of swinging your feet after being under the counter and dealing with the magic, you kind of noticed there's a little give in these floorboards behind the counter. There seems to be some sort of door or mechanics in the floor. Just throwing that out there. I thought about it. I was like,
Secret
"Shit, I really have
tunnel?
perception."
Guys,
Secret tunnel.
these floorboards are kind of, a little loose. He's just like squeaking on it. It's like squeaking, just
Who's loose?
annoyingly.
Hey, would you
Huh.
knock that off? Me and Apple are trying to read.
Ah,
I wouldn't put it past Valinth to keep some kind of secret information underneath her floorboards. She did like to hoard information, that woman.
Good censorship.
Apple, why do you hate her so much?
I don't hate her. I just think that information should be shared with people, not hoarded all to yourself like a little gremlin.
am I a gremlin because I didn't tell you guys about my sect?
No, that is
Sex?
different.
What?
All right.
Okay.
Amar, not now.
Just hit me with words, man. I'm just trying to keep up.
Well, these floorboards are definitely loose right here, and he just like squeaks on them a gazillion times again, and then flips Cedric off while he does
We
it.
get it. We get it.
Damn.
Well,
Damn.
he like does
holy
one
shit.
final squeak and then walks away.
So, should we look in there?
I think so. We disarmed all the
Alright.
crafts, didn't we?
Who's looking through the
Alright.
loose hole?
That's what she said. Sorry. Sorry.
Had to throw that in there, huh?
It's automatic. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Torin!
Oh, boy.
My good boy.
Not Torrid.
Alright, so Apple will, I mean, if no one else is gonna, Apple's gonna pull up the floorboard.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me a dex check.
Yeah, sure. A dex check.
How gently can you open these?
6.
Torin, where are you at this moment?
Huh?
Where are you at the moment when she starts trying to open the door?
He's gonna blow
I guess
up.
he's on like the other side of the. Do you see?
He's outside the building.
Jack?
The range.
He's on the other side. It threw me off because Jack was looking at the camera.
He's about
Just see his
30 feet
eye.
away.
He's on the other side of the table, bar, whatever it is. He moved to the other side of it, and he's just kind of like leaning over it with his arms on it.
Yeah, I triggered whatever there is to trigger. I triggered it.
Okay. So,
Fucking
you kind
6.
of open it up, but nothing that you can tell happens.
Okay.
But down, like as you open it up, like magic activates because it just looks like a large hole, and you see like magical ethereal stairs going down into the darkness, and then a couple lights go
Oh.
and turn on.
Spooky.
Has like a soft green glow that kind of just like pulses a little bit.
It looks like we have some kind of secret room down here.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Well, it's not funny anymore. I said that's suspicious. That's weird, but like Fen says it.
I guess I will kind of like take a tentative step forward.
Okay. You take a step forward onto these kind of like translucent ethereal steps, and they feel solid.
Feel solid. Okay. I'm gonna keep slowly stepping down the stairs, being very cautious.
Okay. So as you kind of walk down the stairs, they kind of just go straight down, but then they continue to go down. And as you go down, it seems like there's a part in which you step one more step, and you get this weird kind of like feeling, this like pull, and then you kind of just find yourself in a room with and you look behind you, and there's no door or anything else, and there is a wall with multiple books on like little stands. Each of them are kind of glowing, and either some of them are wrapped in chains, and some of them have like bindings attached to them. And on the right hand side is 3 different kind of like pillarish like stands, but they're built they're like almost like if plants grew up and then held there. And there's a pair of gauntlets on one of them. There is a crystal lens on another, and there is a staff on one of the others.
Okay.
That's what you see. And you guys see, as you're watching her go down, she hits a spot, and it almost seems like a like in Harry Potter when they do that like teleport spell, how they like suck in and like disappear. It kind of looks like that, where like she goes and just
Cedric
gets
sprints
sucked into
downstairs.
space, essentially.
Yeah, he
Oh, shit.
sprints
Oh.
downstairs after her.
So you're gonna sprint down the stairs, and you come, and you go, and you come through too. But your inertia carries with you, and you're gonna like right into Apple.
I was actually gonna say, like, as soon as it like sucks me through, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, and turn around. So yeah, just bam. How much damage do I take from that?
Just crotch in the
Bowling
face
ball.
impact.
Yeah, total. Let's say just roll a d4.
D4. 2 damage.
2 damage, okay.
Ah, my
And
nose.
you kind of look around as you like hit. You're like, Apple, and then you kind of look around and you see the same thing.
Oh my goodness, Apple! I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I think a bit of a bloody nose, but I don't think it's broken.
Oh yeah, I see it here.
Ah.
He pulls out a rag. Here I'm.
Thank
so
you,
sorry.
thank you. Oh, it's fine. That surprised me.
Cedric like already like pulls out an arrow and looks around, or yeah, like notches it, and then he looks and relaxes. Where are we?
I have no idea. My guess would be her secret library that she keeps all her own stuff in, that she doesn't want to share with anyone else. You know, Valenth.
Yeah, I've kind of gathered. I don't think we would have gotten along.
Yeah.
Is my detect magic scroll still working?
What's the time on it? How long does it take, or how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Let's see.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Sure.
Cedric unravels the scroll and starts looking at the books, kind of scanning to see if there's anything magic.
Several of them are lighting up, but what you notice more is the ones with chains around them. The chains are like very, very bright. They are just pulsating magic.
Cedric kind of walks over and he goes, "Whoa, these are way more magical than the ones upstairs. We need to be very, very careful with this."
What are the titles? What do they say? I'm assuming I'm too short to see.
Cedric kind of
There
peers down
are
and
no
starts reading out
titles.
loud.
There are no titles. Every book is closed and sealed. They're like locked.
Ah, fuck.
What's weird is these books over here without the chains, they're magical by themselves, but these ones, the chains are what's magical.
All
I
right,
don't
so
really know what that means.
maybe we should start with the ones that don't have chains. The less ominous looking.
Are any of the rest of you following after you see Cedric and Apple a port, basically?
Mm-mm.
We're just sitting there like,
happens.
fuck.
Wink, wink.
Yep.
How about
Nope.
Amar? What are you doing, man?
Amar's still keeping watch.
Okay, sounds good. You want to give me another perception roll, please?
Hell yeah. Yeet. That's 7.
Okay, sounds good. What are you guys doing in there?
You know, Cedric, it doesn't seem like anyone else is following. Now might be a good time to call on our friend.
Oh shit.
Cedric is like, oh shit. Like he was thinking tonight, you know, so he's like, do you think it's safe to do this right now?
I don't think it's ever safe to do it, but I just don't know with these Fae are. It's something I gotta do, and
Apple
I'll.
says, "You know, Cedric, you're not coming down after us."
Dead.
Cedric's looking at these chains and he says, you know, at one point I had that arrow to bind Faye. You don't think we could use these chains in the same way, do you?
I would be. Wouldn't lie that I would want to try that, but I feel like if we fail, the consequences might be more than we're willing to pay.
Yeah, I suppose we're already playing with fire. We shouldn't purposely try to get burned.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's listening to us right now talking.
Do we get the sense that he is, Haku? Around all this magic? Do we sense anything at like mention?
Mm-mm.
Alright.
He
I'll be
might
honest.
throw in a little bit of a bonus and let slip what some of these books are if we play our cards right.
Cedric takes a deep breath. I'm gonna be honest, I think I was all talk before. It sounded a lot better in my head meeting this Fae, but now we're in this moment. Okay.
My palms are sweaty, knees weak.
Mom's spaghetti.
Okay, let's do this.
Cedric pulls down his hood and he says, okay, how do we go about this?
I guess I'll just call into the void. Mr. Faye, Lord Sir, if you can hear me, would you mind coming out?
So you wait a little bit of time, your words resonating and kind of echoing around this chamber. The first thing you start to smell flowers. And you start to feel a small breeze on your face. From the ground in front of you, you see 2 small sprouts burst from the floor, the stone floor in this room, and start to rapidly grow upwards until they connect at the top and entwine. As a portal in front of you opens, you can feel the warmth of sunlight and hear music flowing from the portal itself, beckoning you towards it.
Oh, I'm fucking going.
Oh, Cedric grabs her wrist. Whoa, Apple, whoa, we got to think about this.
Cedric, there's
we-
music.
Apple, we don't know where this goes. What if we can't go back?
I am so glad that Apple is so much smaller than Cedric right now. Like,
I feel it's like the thing
What
like,
if-
hold me back, hold me back.
what if I just like peek in, you know? I don't go fully in. I'll just
We need to be
look.
careful here. Don't go into our thing right now. Apple, I know you want to find Milo. I want to find Ophir. We need to slow down.
Okay.
What's our plan? What happens if we go through and the portal closes? Like, what about everyone else? Like,
Yeah, I can't leave Fen behind. That's true.
but do we drag them into this also?
I don't want Fen to get involved in this. This is a lot. She's too young. It's not fair to put that much weight on her. I don't even talk about Milo much around her. What if I just peek in? Like, what's the harm in that? You know, what's it gonna do? Cut me in half? He seems to enjoy using me for whatever plots he has, and can do not laugh at that. It's terrible.
Policy. What?
Cedric pulls out some rope, and he grasps Apple by the forearm, and then wraps a knot just uncomfortably tight. I'm talking our skin is like blue from the tightness. And he
Owie.
says, I know, I'm sorry, Apple. I'm not letting you do this alone.
It's canon.
And-
She said owie. Sorry.
I can't let you go in alone. I'm sorry, I know this is probably overkill, but okay. And he tightens it really down. Again, I'm sorry, but okay. You can take a peek.
Okay. And then I'm gonna peek in to the
Okay.
portal.
As soon as your body hits the portal, both you and Cedric get immediately sucked in.
God damn it, man.
This
Damn
is
it.
the second time you've tried this same thing with a Fey portal. It didn't work the first time. You tried the whole rope,
2 times in
the
a row.
whole rope thing. So as you two get pulled through in an instant, you kind of get thrown into thick bushes. Kind of disorienting for a moment. You hear music and humming, and this kind of smell of flowers that's just kind of permeating, and almost that like that weird thing where like people can like smell color, right? You just get this essence of like color and whimsical nature. As you kind of stand up from this dense underbrush, you see that the forest in front of you opens into a breathtaking glade, bathed in ethereal light. It seems to emanate from the very air itself. This glade is a scene from a dream, essentially, a perfect blend of both serenity and enchantment. You see the majestic trees with silver bark and leaves that shimmer like emeralds constantly in this wind. They form some sort of protective circle around the clearing. Their branches are heavy with bioluminescent flowers, casting soft multicolored glows, illuminating the area with this gentle light. You see tiny lights flickering around, and an enormous mushroom in the middle of the glade, easily the size of a small house. Its cap has vibrant red and white spots, and its stalk is covered with delicate glowing runes. Surrounding the mushroom are patches of wildflowers in every imaginable color, their petals glistening with dew, despite this sense of twilight that blankets the glade. You see streams of crystal clear water winding their way through the grass, their surfaces reflecting the glade's magical light. It's intoxicating. The scent of blooming flowers is even more so. It's a perfect blend of nature's finest perfumes. You see tiny, delicate little will-o'-the-wisps floating lazily above the ground everywhere, a pale blue light adding to the glade's magical ambiance. They seem almost as curious about your presence as you do, drifting closer to you for a moment before flitting away like a playful spirit. In the midst of this serene beauty, you also notice small trinkets and enchanted items that are scattered about. There are polished stones with intricate patterns, little tiny wind chimes made of seashells and twigs that with delicate spider silk waving in the wind and catching light. As you take in all these sights and sounds and the sense of the glade, you can't help but feel this deep sense of playfulness and wonder. This place is definitely a boundary between the mortal world and the Feywild. This is where it blurs. This is a sanctuary of magic and nature entwined. You get this feeling that here in this enchanted glade, you are truly in the heart of the Fey realm itself. On the top of the mushroom, laying on his side, is your Fey contractor, his goat-like face and multicolored hair and robes, smiling at you. Ah, Apple, the forest whispered of your coming. What brings you to my glade today, dear plaything? Seeking answers, perhaps?
Yes.
The Feywild holds many secrets.
I just had
And he kind of looks at Cedric for a moment, but doesn't acknowledge you.
Oh, Cedric's fucking glaring.
Our arms are just tied together. Yes, I had some questions for you about a possible associate of yours.
Do tell.
It was a lady of shadow, and she used a quill dripping with silvery ink to sign her contracts. Does that ring a bell?
The Lady of the Shadow, a powerful, enigmatic figure she is.
She sure
He
did
just
seem
stops
like
there.
it. Who would you say is more powerful, you or her?
Oh, me, of course.
I kind of got that from the vision I saw of her. You seemed like the more enigmatic one.
Buttering him up. What do you seek?
I also brought this ranger with me. This is the
Cedric,
one
yes.
you referred to, correct?
Yes,
Ah.
I've seen him before.
How do you know each other?
I'm kind of say
Information for a price.
as Apple and the Fae are talking, Cedric is undoing
Sure.
the knot.
Okay.
Oh no.
Sounds good.
I'm too small. I'm too small to stop Cedric. What was that? Information comes at a cost?
Oh, I said information for a price.
For a price. Now, the
Name the
information
price.
I am more interested in is the lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I get very serious then. Who is she?
The Lady of Shadow.
That's correct.
What are you willing to give me?
What do you want?
I want the hardest thing you could possibly think of to give me.
Well, I'm afraid the hardest thing I can think of to give you is what I am searching for. So that would make this moot.
That does seem to be a problem. What about this one? Would you like to pay a price? And he just looks over at you for a second.
Are the terms the same?
What are you willing to give me?
You said the hardest thing that I can possibly give you.
That is what I requested from dear Apple here. What are you willing to give me, though?
Cedric thinks about this one. Because I don't want to say something stupid. I'm willing to give. Faye, I'm an honest man of the woods. I don't want money or power or riches.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my
I
wife
have
back.
plenty of that already.
You can keep it. I don't want it.
Okay.
I just want my wife. If you name
I
your
figured.
price, then we can start the bargaining. I don't have much, and I'm willing to give a lot.
How about 20% of your life?
Fuck.
Now, 20% of my current life right now, or at your choosing?
At my choosing. When I need it most, I'll call upon you, and you will serve me for that time.
What's in it for me? If I give you this, will you bring my Alfira back?
Oh no, I can't do that. I can give you the information you desire. Unfortunately, your wife is caught up in something that I'm not willing to mess with.
Hey, Fantorn, do you think Apple and Cedric are okay?
Could we do a cutaway? That'd be great right now, so I can think.
Yeah,
Sure.
right. Oh, please.
Torrent's like laying across the bar, just kicking his feet in the air. It's like, nah. I hope they're okay. They went
They
down the
go.
spooky hole.
I think
Okay.
Fen is just like sifting through the books on the table, but not actually like reading what's in it. Just kind of like just something to do.
Well, you two seem very relaxed.
They went down a spooky hole that was in the floorboards. I don't care. Cedric yelled at me. He gets what he deserves.
Okay,
If they
Amar
do
will look
come
down the
back,
hall.
at least I'm not a part of it.
Amar will look down the hall and be like, Apple, Cedric, are you okay?
Silence.
I really don't want to go down the spooky hole.
Alright, how about this?
They-
If I'm not back in 10 minutes, come on, you two should probably follow. But in the meantime, someone want to keep watch and just make sure that nothing bad happens?
All right.
And keep it PG, you two. Hey, I'll go down.
Whoa.
What?
What does PG
Hey,
mean?
yo.
What did he mean by that? I don't know what PG means.
Amar goes down the stairs.
Okay. So you go down the stairs, and at the same point, you get sucked in and kind of thrown into the middle of this room. You see the items on the right, the books on the left, and in the middle, this nature-like portal emanating the smell of flowers and the like warmth from the sun with music.
Double shit. Fuck, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna run over to the items. Well, you said there was gauntlets over there, right?
Yes, I did. Yep.
I'm gonna grab those real quick if I can. Just like give them a once
Sure.
over and be like, well, you never know what you're gonna get, and put them on.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Hell yeah.
Just thrusting your hands in.
Hell yeah.
Rusting.
Five.
Okay.
Rusting.
Oh, the
No.
fuck?
What was it?
5.
Okay. You have no idea what they do.
That's fine.
You would have
Alright.
to sit down and study them for some sort of time.
He's gonna. What was the other items available?
There was the gauntlets, there was a staff, and what was the other item? Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I have so many notes open right now. I believe it was a quill.
Will. Okay. Yeah. Then the gauntlets are all. I'll take. And then into the portal he goes. It's like I hate the fucking fate. Whee!
Okay. What are your
Says
emotions as you go through the portal?
You know, that's a good question. I would definitely say a bit panicked, but not in like oh fuck, but more of a like
Okay.
I've seen this before. It didn't end well. All right, let's see what we're getting into.
Okay. Sounds good. So you burst out into the bushes.
Yep.
And depending upon what you want to do, you can walk out of them. You would hear Apple and Cedric talking to a voice that sounds smooth and silky and whimsical in nature.
Okay.
What do you want to do there?
What time would you say I pop in, like in terms of the conversation, like the end of where we were?
I would
with,
say probably where they left off, yeah, somewhere around
So,
there. Like you
probably-
catch the last little bit.
So maybe I would probably hear something along the lines of 20%.
Yeah.
Okay. 20% of life. Yeah, Amar ain't even fucking hesitating. Just being like, ain't nobody giving 20% of their fucking life. What the fuck are you two doing?
You see Amar bust out of the bushes behind you.
Amar, you don't know what you're dealing with here. Just hold off. Cedric, don't do this.
A pretty close idea.
Let me. And I'll talk to the Fae again and say, I have thought of something I'm willing to give. And it's something I think you
What
might
is
be
it?
interested in. If
We
you
will see.
But I will require a double deal, as it were. I
Mhm.
want the information of where the latest Lady of Shadows resides. And I also want to know where Cedric's wife is being kept or located at. I will give you my love of the forest. I will give you my power.
Apple, no.
You see, I'm conflicted. I would enjoy taking both your power and your love of your forest. But taking away your power would reduce your playfulness. And that just simply won't do. I will tell you one of the things you request in return for your love of the forest.
I look over at Cedric and I say, I'm sorry, what is your wife's name again?
Ophira.
Tell us where Ophira is.
Apple, no.
It's too late.
Cedric calls out to the
It's too
Fae.
late.
Cedric calls out.
It's too late!
Yeah, what are you guys doing? If anything?
Cedric,
I
what
call
do
it-
you got?
I call out to the Fae and I say, wait. What about my side? Don't I get to plead my case?
You can make a deal as well. What does it have to do with hers?
You drive a hard bargain, and I can tell you're having a lot of fun with this. You know I can't give 20% of my life for information, but
Okay.
I'm willing to either trade less of my time for just information or the same amount. You put my wife standing right in front of me right now.
As I said before, that is something I cannot do.
Well, then what about 10%? What does that get me?
What do you wish to know exactly?
I want a map. I want a physical map in front of me that shows me where she is.
That would be hard to do since the Fey realm is constantly shifting. There is no static map. Each
I
part
thought
of the Fey realm is worth the entirety of the seasons, and they flow in a constant state. Distance is relative here.
Cedric gets a little testy. He says, don't be speaking poems to me right now. I know how powerful you are, and you know how powerful you are. And we both know that if you wanted to give me something like that, you could.
Possibly.
For 10% of my life, I want that map.
You see him think for a second, and he kind of like looks back. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Y'all are just asking to get your asses beat right now.
Ooh.
What is it?
Nat 20, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
A nat
A
20?
nat 20.
Fucking hell, let's go.
But it really
Okay.
counts.
At first, it seems like he has like a calm demeanor. But as you're like pushing the issue of wanting to like physically get your wife and get an exact map and like who has her, that kind of stuff, you start to see through his facade, his face. He's scared. He seems to be scared of something. So you kind of get this sense for a moment that like his hesitation in doing this for you isn't because he doesn't want to or the deal's not good. He's scared of something.
Cedric cops this. He takes a deep breath.
Natural 20, man. Wow.
He mutters to himself, fucking damn it. And he gets down on a knee. And he goes in a very exaggerated tone, "Oh, great and powerful Fae, I'm asking for help. Maybe we could help you. I'm not familiar with the Fae Force, but how about no one has to trade anything? Put us into your service. If you need something done, maybe we can help you out and we can both benefit from this deal. If you need something taken care of, my friends here," and I gesture to Apple and Amar, "we are more than capable. Give us a quest. Give us something to do and reward us kindly."
Give me a persuasion roll.
Damn. Oh, wait, real quick. I'm gonna put my hand on your arm and go, guidance.
Guidance? Bullshit,
Just gonna
but okay.
say, yeah.
Okay, what does guidance do again?
Guidance, let's get a
D4.
D4, yeah.
Okay, D4.
I'm just gonna be like, get him, Cedric.
you better roll high, bro. Otherwise, you are dead.
I have -1 in persuasion. Right.
Oof.
Okay.
Do you have
6.
inspiration?
Not that I heard, or not that I remember.
Shoot. Yeah, I don't think so.
There's
No,
a D4.
you actually were given inspiration last time.
Was I really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You were given inspiration when you did the trial.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Wasn't it Fenn who gave it?
Oh, but then
I
he
think
used
so,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I burned
No,
it.
remember we did the. No, that was the. So we made the rule last time that
But
inspiration doesn't go
Yeah,
to
but
the
that was
next session.
after.
That was after he
Yeah.
had used it.
Yeah.
He
That's
used
right.
that
He
one
did
for
get it
that
and then he
time.
used it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we discussed it afterwards. We were like, you know,
Gotcha.
it's kind of crazy because we keep getting it at the end, but like at that moment, he got it at the moment. That moment.
Okay, I will, because that was unfortunate the time after. what I'll do is I'll let Apple make a case with you in this moment, and then give me a persuasion check as well. And depending upon how good your argument is and your roll, it will go as a bonus towards this. Since
Sorry.
you two are trying to do this best you can. So first, you got to make a case right here, right now. What do you say to him?
I'm talking to the Fae?
Yeah. You're trying to piggyback off of what he just did
Okay.
to support him.
And
I'll
I
give you
just
30
kinda-
seconds to think.
Okay.
Apple, he's scared of something. Something's tying his hands.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the Fae. Go, oh great, Fae, you know I'm not the smartest person here, and all this is just above me, and half the time I don't know what's going on with all this stuff. You seem to have a really great hold on it, and I believe I've shown that I'm willing to work with you and make deals, and I think we can come to a compromise. I think, like Cedric said, we can come to a mutual beneficial agreement here, where we all make out well, you know?
Make out what?
Make out well.
Make out well. Yeah.
Mwah.
Now, yeah.
Okay.
I am not proposing the threesome.
Go ahead and give me
Or wait, no, that
a
would be
persuasion.
Or some.
Awesome. Damn.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, and you can put half of that persuasion check towards the overall roll.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Wait, who?
You.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yeah.
Nat 20, baby.
Let's
Oh,
go.
so that is persuasion plus 0. So yeah, 10 more. Fuck
No,
yeah.
That's fine. That's 10. It's a natural
Oh.
20. I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay. So you're essentially proposing no deals right now, but maybe a gimme take, maybe a quest for him or something like that. So
Mhm.
not a contracted deal, but like
But yeah,
tit for tat.
we scratch
Is
your
that
back, you
essentially what you
scratch
guys are doing?
ours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me one sec.
I'm giving the big puppy dog eyes. That's where the nat 20 comes in, you know?
Okay, nat 20. Gotcha.
Ben and Torin, how's it going?
Has it been?
Are you guys making out well?
How's that makeout sesh going?
Orin still is like laying on this freaking bar. He's like, has it been 10 minutes yet? Wasn't paying attention. Should we go look for them? I'm kind of bored.
Okay.
Probably.
So he's going to look at both of you for a moment and think. And he says, that sounds interesting. I haven't made a mortal deal such as this in a long time. That seems fun. How about I can call upon you and your party to do a quest for me when I so wish it? In exchange, I will give you some of the information you seek.
What do you mean by some? If I don't get a map, it's okay. But
So you're definitely not getting a map.
that's fine. But we're not getting gypped out of this deal here.
I will give you 4 questions.
Ooh. That's a pretty good deal,
4
Cedric.
each or 4 total?
4 total.
Okay. He looks at Apple. Does that work for you?
That works for me.
Excellent.
So-
What's your first question?
Sounds like we get 2 each, Apple.
If you would like to ask them all, Cedric, I would be fine with that. I am not very good at this. I feel like I didn't make a very good deal on my end this last time.
Oh, but it's fun.
For you, maybe, yeah.
Hmm.
That's
Apple,
fine.
hate to
I
agree with
got
Faye here, but
I got what I wanted.
Apple, I hate to agree with Faye here, but you have questions that I might not be able to ask for you. Let's do 2 each,
Okay,
and we'll go from there.
that sounds good.
What's your first question?
Where is that Lady of Shadows who makes the deal with the silvery ink? And by where, I mean, what court is she a part of?
The Unseelie Court.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of.
Hmm. Second question.
You want to go, Cedric? Go back and forth.
Where's Ophira? What court?
She is not currently in a court.
Cedric is shaking.
Are you gonna stop your question there, or are you gonna?
Did that counted as a full question, right? Or
Who knows?
what do you mean she's not in a court?
She's currently not residing within a court.
Is Milo alive? Like, breathing? Tangible?
Hmm.
Alive?
Yes. Internally so, in fact.
Eternally? I
I
don't know what
believe
that-
there's one more question.
How do I
make
get
good
to her?
use of this one.
How do I get to her? And if you can't tell me, who can I talk to?
Hmm. You would have to meet with the Fey Lords.
Okay.
What do you know about the Monarch?
The Monarch. The Monarch was the. This is me talking out of character. The
Mhm.
Monarch was the queen, right? The.
I don't know. What do you know?
Oh, I gotta look at my notes. Let's see here.
This is kind of a moment where I can't give you your info.
Apple is checked out, so you'll receive no help from her.
Sure.
Let's see. I wish I had all my notes compiled into one. I have
Yeah, I know.
A
It's gonna be
separate Google
brutal,
Docs.
right?
I have a separate Google Docs for every Can we do another cutaway?
I
Yeah.
was gonna say,
They cuts away to
I
them
think
still
that
doing the
is-
same thing. Just like
honestly, I think Fen is down to go downstairs.
Okay.
Torrent's a little curious at this point because now 3 people have disappeared.
Mhm.
Amar has not come back. There's something going on down there.
I swear to God, we're like their parents. We gotta go save them now.
Apple is my mom.
She ain't
I
acting
have
like
to
a
go
mom.
down there.
We gotta go get her out of trouble and go ground her.
Technically,
Damn,
a
Torin.
stepmom.
It's true. Fen's gonna walk down there.
Okay. You as well, once you reach that threshold, get teleported into this room, the same room that they all got teleported in. You see the items, the books, the portal in front of you.
No
Torrent's like right on her
portal.
heels.
Okay. You see the
I think the
same
staff
thing.
catches
Maybe
her
do
eye,
a little bump in the back as you kind of both come through.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
The 10-incher hitting you.
She's like,
A little
oh.
stiffy from that alone time, you know.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah.
Let's go do that. Torrent, that was a weird
Nar.
feeling leg.
No.
I think Fen.
Third
That
leg.
I think that staff catches Fen's eye.
Okay.
I think she's gonna go up to it and reach out and grab it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
11.
11. You feel some kind of pulse or emanation of power that's heavily along the threads of nature, but you don't know what it is.
Torin's gonna go for the quill.
Okay. Arcana check.
And where is it? There it is. It's a 16.
16. Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation.
11.
Okay. The only thing that you can really pull from it is this item seems one use.
Shit.
Ben, would you know why this feather seems to only have one use? Why? Would you know?
Oh, I don't know. It might do something really good that we would need, or it could do something really bad.
I don't think
Go ahead and
Valak
roll
will miss
Arcana,
this.
Fen, if you're taking a look at it.
11.
10. No.
Dial. Torin's
You
just
guys
gonna...
can take time to sit down and study it if you want, but that's going to be time that's happening in the portal. So that's your guys' call.
I don't think Fen cares enough about it.
Yeah, Torin's just gonna put it in his pocket. I don't think Valak will miss this.
Okay, sounds good.
Told you we're robbing this place.
Dial. What is that portal? Is that where they went?
Don't know.
What is up with them? They're supposed to be
Do we go
protecting
in
us.
there?
I mean, they haven't come back out, so something could be going on. They could be in danger, hurt, I don't know what they do.
They could also die in there, and if we go in there, god damn it, dude, we probably should.
Gonna hold out his hand together.
Unity.
She takes it. All right.
They jump in.
Okay, so you guys get sucked through, face into the pile of bushes. You immediately hear some voices, and you hear the melodic, smooth voice of this fae, the creature. And for you guys, and for Amar actually too, right? This is your first time even getting a hint or seeing this creature, and it's an incredible sight to behold. Just full of multi-colors and in lights and magic.
Amar's blood pressure has been rising this entire fucking encounter.
I
Torin
bet.
pops his head out of the bush and he's like, "Damn, he's kind of hot."
So as you
Or-
guys are
Fen's
making
just
this
like,
very
"What?"
intense emotional deal, you just see it. You get the sense you hear this voice from behind and look, and there's just a head in the bushes.
He's got leaves in his hair.
Like, I'd
and
tap
Yeah.
that.
Towards the
Yeah.
Fen,
Yeah, just like
Fen drags him down. It's like, what are you doing?
Sorry.
The
It's just like,
the
"Wait,
fey
who?"
creature kind of like looks over at you for a moment and just goes, "Why, thank you."
Fen kind of popped her head out just like a little bit. It was like, wait, who?
That guy, look at him.
You pop your head up and you just see the Amar right in front of you, just like, about fucking time.
You told us 10 minutes.
It's been 30. I don't actually.
I'm
know
not good
how
with
long
time.
I like to think that
Pulls you
Amar
both out.
thinks that Torrin's talking about him.
Wait, he's
Oh
hot.
my god.
it's been.
Ben
Okay.
pops up and all she sees is Amar, and she's like, "The fuck?"
Oh my god.
That way, actually,
Ship,
yes. That
ship.
is- she's like, huh? She looks at
Look
Tora and
at
she's
his
like, we have
hair.
been with him this whole time. What are you talking about?
Oh, he looks different in this light.
We have
I
been
don't
with him
know.
this entire time, and you're just now thinking that.
I mean, it's just his hair. It's kind of nice.
Kind of dirty. Yeah, if you like that, I guess.
Don't kink shame me.
She feels so weird about that now. She's
bet
gonna
it.
be thinking about. Yeah. She's like, what the fuck?
I'm
What?
rethinking this best friend thing. I don't know about this
What?
kid.
Amar does bathe. He's not dirty. Excuse you.
I don't know. I think Fen associates just dirty with Amar. I don't know why.
Canonically, Thorin has a crush on the Fae.
Oh my gosh.
Fan art
That's
incoming.
so funny.
Torin has crush on Faye.
Okay,
And Fen thinks it's Amar.
so what are you two doing?
So I did take good notes.
Yeah.
So,
I hope.
So the Fae asked what we know about the Monarch.
Correct. He asked you what you know about the Monarch.
Cedric says, he sits and thinks, we know the Monarch is a butterfly demigod. They live in the forest and soak in the magic from the Fey Wild. And every 1,000 years, the Monarch will rise and release magic upon the world and replenish the world of magic. What does that have to do with our deals?
If you will give me the hearing in your left ear, I will go into more detail.
Don't you fucking dare, Cedric.
More detail about the Monarch or more detail about
About your
Annapolis
wife.
questions? Yes, I will. Yep, without hesitation. Yeah.
So in that moment, you just feel one of your ears just go silent.
May Amar make an attempt here, just as a reaction to this deal trying to be struck. Amar
What are you
wants
doing?
the minute he hears just the notion of like accepting of this deal, and I'm willing to roll an insight to see if I catch the fact that Cedric would go for this.
Mm-hmm.
As he is gonna go and do like a neck chop to knock his fucking ass out, or at least try to.
Okay.
I'm willing to make the steps to make this happen, but that is my goal.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight.
Okay. A yeet. 15.
Okay. And then go ahead and give me a dex check.
Just a regular dexterity.
Yeah, you could do you can do athletics if you want.
Hell yeah. Oh, 22.
Plus
Okay.
6. My goodness.
So you like spring into action to go for the neck chop to stop this from happening, and you just in that moment, like time slows down. You
Yep.
see the Fae's eyes look at you, and you just get locked in place.
Yep, I figured that would happen, but I'm still gonna.
You just
I'm still
full
gonna try.
time stop. You get locked. So you guys like get the sense of like this quick movement behind you, and you just see Amar just like locked in space.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Cedric
He's not
just
about
turns-
to let you mess with his deal.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna
Cedric
try
turns
though.
and he meets eye contact with Amar, and just he doesn't say anything. Just more kind of conveys the I know what I'm doing, Amar, or I know what's at stake. That's kind of the look he kind of gives Amar. And he turns back toward the Fae and he says, "Okay, you got that. What about your end of the bargain?"
I would like to, before like we move on to this scene, when you look in Amar's eyes, if he's able to in this time stuff, you see
Yeah.
concern, you see sorrow, you see someone that knows what you're doing and has seen too many people make that same mistake.
Okay. I like to think like you're stopped in time, but your eyes can still move. You know, that like kind of like that thing. So in that moment, you turn towards him. This is what I can tell you. You know of the Monarch. Your fates seem to be entwined with it. What do you know, Cedric, of your family history?
My family has always just been simple hunters. Neither prosperous nor poor. We're simple people.
What about eons ago?
I've only ever heard further back as my great grandfather. Past that, nothing.
Well, long ago, millennia in fact, one of your ancestors made it to the Fey realm and struck a deal and was chosen as a champion. For what or why? For you to find out. But at that moment, you and the Fey realm, your fates were intertwined. You see, he, your ancient, long past family, was also part of the Monarch's rising in a time long past. As you were part of this ancient history, which is but a moment, a blip to us Archfey, and especially to the Four Lords. They are currently attempting to make a decision about what to do about the current threat we face from the Shadow Weaver. As always, they can never decide. They sit on their ass and do nothing. So as a backup plan, I was sent as an errand boy of sorts to secure a suitable vessel to transfer the Monarch's essence into as a last resort if necessary. Your wife was chosen. I secured a deal with you to take that, but unfortunately, you no longer have a deal with me. In fact, they took her. The deal was transferred. She is now a chess piece on the board of the Four Lords. Do with that as you will.
Cedric, he like screams out like you made my wife into a chess piece, and he charges at the Fae.
Okay, what are you gonna try to do?
Nothing. He's not thinking. This is pure reaction, pure anger. He doesn't know what he's gonna do. He's not reaching for his bow. Nothing.
Okay.
He's just running.
Apple's just gonna yell,
Gotcha.
Cedric, no! And then, like, kind of go after him.
So
Yeah.
as you kind of like run forward towards him, you're gonna get time stopped as well. So you just
Kinda
get
what I
locked
figured.
in. You're gonna get locked in place. All you have is your thoughts and eye movement for the moment, and you just hear this voice of the Fae in your head. Calm down. I just did what I was told. A worker bee of sorts.
His eyes are just frantic, like wide, darting all around, trying to just see if there's a way out of this.
Yeah. The Fae kind of turns to each of you and looks. Are we done here?
Is Amar still in time stop or?
Yeah, you get the sense though you could reach out with your mind if you wanted to, and most likely contact him.
Okay.
I sure wish
He's
I
not
knew.
one to close like communication.
Yeah.
He
I get you.
he wants to play.
I sure wish I knew where Milo was at the moment, but yes, knowing he's alive. Better
Eternally so,
information.
yes.
What does that mean?
It means he's alive eternally?
Oh, did you say eternally?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think you said internally. That's why
Eternally-
I was like so confused.
Eternally alive.
I
heard
had internally
too.
in my
Yeah, I
note.
did.
You did
Yeah,
too?
I was like,
I'm
what is
sorry.
in? I'm like, I guess like his organs are working. Like, I don't know.
It's like the body's working. but
Eternally.
Everything else is kind of just, you know.
Like he's alive forever. That's the notion.
Okay, because the question I did ask him was, is he living and breathing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like functions are working. Okay,
He said
So,
yes.
okay,
Eternally so.
gotcha. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got more than I could have hoped for. So I think I am done.
He kind of looks to the newcomers. What about you, children? Come to strike a
And-
deal as well?
Fen looks at Torin and then she's like, no.
Or it's just
No.
beat red.
Torrent's gonna ask for his number. Ask for his digits.
It's like-
I mean, I'll be real. He is kind of hot. We already know Torin's a little into the animal thing.
Or in a furry. Confirmed.
Stop.
That's what he looks like.
I was going based off the picture you sent a while
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
I ship it.
100% a furry.
I just ship everything.
Yeah, you do. You're a
I know.
shipper.
I'm a shipper.
Are you doing
Well, you're-
anything, Amar, or no?
Still stuck in the time stop.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Like all the Amar that's going through Amar's head, and he is conveying this is just fucking deal makers, tricking people, making them make fucking bad choices. It's like, hey, Cedric's gonna get an earful later. Apple's gonna
Of
get
course,
a fucking...
Just-
Cedric Reds is gonna care.
Just one earful though.
Oh.
No.
Yep.
There okay. This is purely between you and me, Haku.
Sure.
There is an inclination in Amar's head of what can I do to try to undo this shit. And if that resonates with him, by all means, like, we'll open the conversation. But as far as like
Okay.
me, I can't think of anything that
Yeah.
I know of that
He
Amar
is
would get
not
around.
inclined to reverse what's happened.
Yes, sorry. Let me clarify.
Oh, okay.
Amar is willing to, like, there is an inclination in his head that he would be willing to make a deal to undo the consequences of their deals, but I personally don't have any ideas right now as to what that would entail.
Gotcha.
So if that resonates with you in any way, that's just like, oh, I know something that this guy would pull for Amar. I'm all ears for the conversation.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
I don't have anything. in mind.
He is not at the level of where he could make a deal that would rewrite other deals that he's made.
Okay.
You would need somebody higher.
Okay. And that is fine.
Mm-hmm. So as this all kind of unfolds, it's like, well, our time has been sweet. Lovely seeing you again, playthings. And he kind of flicks his hand, and you all get pushed back into the bushes and pop out of the portal in the room, and you just see the portal just shrivel and then just fall to the floor. Each of you have your faculties about you except a missing ear sound. And what are you guys doing?
Apple is just like, Malo's alive. Malo's alive. Forever. What that means. But it means I can find him.
Cedric he's not saying anything right now. He's just standing in the room, staring off into nothing.
Ben's gonna walk up to Apple and just, Apple, what was that? You never mentioned Milo.
There's a lot I haven't told you about my past, my younger life, Ben. But before I was your mother, way before I was your mother, I was married to the most wonderful young man. Was gonna have a family with him, and he was taken from me prematurely by what I thought was just a common illness. But according to these Fae, he's out there somewhere, and I had never imagined I would have the chance to see him again.
You have to be so careful, though. I mean, you know the kinds of deals that these Fae make.
I would give, aside from putting you and the other children in danger, I mean, you're not a child, I'm sorry for saying that. You're a young woman now. There is not a whole lot I wouldn't give to see Milo again. I think I'm past the point of caution.
I just hope you know what you're doing.
And then I'm just gonna it's kind of dawn on me. I'm gonna run over to Cedric and go, "Oh shit, Cedric, I'm so sorry," and put my hand on his arm. You did not get as good of news as I did. But at least we know when we have some information of where she is and what she's connected to, we can get her back.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm in the same boat. Just knowing that she's alive and she's out there somewhere, and that this is the first time I've felt hope in a long, long time.
Apple's just gonna smile.
But yeah, that's all Cedric says for now.
Okay. You guys are all in this room staring at each other after this event.
Amar's not there. He's left.
You can't leave. There's no door.
What about the stairs in the portal?
You got portaled in, but as I described in the beginning, like you guys got warped into the middle and just kind of fell forward. And when she looked back, there was just a wall.
I missed that. My bad.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I guess we should just
So
look for a way out.
Yeah.
Is the Fae still there?
Hmm?
He's still sitting there, the Fae?
No, you guys got pushed out of the portal back into the room with where the magic items were and the books are.
Oh.
He basically was like, "Okay, enough of this. I'm done. Oof.
Bye.
See you." If you guys are paying attention, I don't know, because you guys just dealt with a lot of stuff. You will notice that all three kind of pedestals are missing their items, though.
Oh yeah, I would not even notice.
I don't think Cedric would either.
I'm like on a fucking roller coaster right now.
Well, there's clearly a way out of here, because if Valiant kept this hidden, like, she obviously made a way to get out of here. Cedric, do you... Oh, no, never mind. A scrollless one use. Cedric, would you be able to check for any signs of a way to get out?
Yeah, it's probably been longer than 10 minutes now at this point, hasn't
Oh
it?
yeah.
I know. I just with your like, I don't know, skills. or
FYI,
whatever.
the only reason you guys didn't get fucked with time is somebody has the Chrono Lily,
Mm.
and she actually came in before you guys went back out.
Woo!
Wasn't thinking about that shit.
I was.
I didn't care.
Cedric says, yeah, sorry, just give me a minute, and he kind of starts looking around, rubbing his hand up against the walls.
Give me an
looking for
investigation.
something. Investigation, come on, baby. Another nat 20.
That's
I
good.
know.
Hell yeah!
Shitballs, you guys are on fucking fire tonight.
Next battle we get into, we're all rolling ones.
Yep,
I just
Yeah.
smell
crit
it.
fails.
I know.
I smell
It
it.
terrifies me. You're gonna give me all that 20 energy?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I'm
When
bringing
you get
out
crit
my
rolls
physical
again.
dice for that.
I know, huh? Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check as well, then.
That is a 10.
Okay.
Go from 20 to 10.
So I hate to do this, but there's no physical way that you can tell there's a way out. Even with your
Cedric?
nat 20.
Cedric is like feeling around and like, surely there has to be a button, you know, like something.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of seem like his panic kind of starts rising and rising.
Apple's
Guys, I'm not seeing anything.
Apple's gonna go over to the books,
Okay.
start looking at them. The ones that aren't like locked.
Okay. Okay.
In the
Give me 1
interim,
second.
Amar is focusing on the gauntlet at this point.
Okay. You're gonna start focusing on them?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are going to be 3 books that are unlocked currently. So you're going to find one of them is bound in deep green leather with golden leaf patterns.
Ooh.
It has like this fragile yet shimmer with this faint magical glow to it. The next one is covered in shimmering silver, and it has delicate butterfly motifs on it.
Okay.
And the other one is wrapped in deep purple velvet and fastened with a golden clasp. And it radiates kind of this aura of ancient magic from a time long past.
Well, I do like butterflies, and I'm gonna look at the silver one.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm pulling up a bunch of notes.
I still like butterflies because he didn't take my love for the forest.
Okay. So, this book is protected by an enchantment.
Okay.
And it requires a skill challenge to pass it.
Okay.
So, it's an enchantment that tests your knowledge and respect for Fey magic in
Okay.
particular. So, first, you need a history check, DC 15.
That's a 15. Let's go. 14 plus 1.
Let's go.
That identifies the book's origin.
Okay.
Next, you need an insight check, DC 15, to understand the nature of the enchantments on it.
19.
Okay, and last, you need a performance check, DC 15, and you need to
Ooh.
recite a poem to it or a tale about Fae to unlock its secrets.
That's a 13. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
18. Oh.
Okay.
No.
What
Inspiration
poem
gone.
or tale do you say to it? It has to be Fae related.
I recite to it a poem, a short poem that I read in one of the books upstairs. And I'm assuming you're gonna make me actually make up this poem.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
There
The
once
book is alive. It's listening to you.
Okay. There once was a fae who made deals. He ate their emotions as meals. When one day he met someone smarter than he laughed and clicked his heels.
Okay. So with that,
It's the fae we just met.
You
'Cause we're smarter than him.
you hear this small voice in your head like, pretty good, and you hear the little clasp goes and unlocks
Nice.
for a second.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. So this is a book called The Echoes of Enchantment. I think. Wait, nope, wrong one. Sorry,
Oh,
my bad.
awkward.
You did the butterfly one, right?
Yes. It was the safest looking one.
Where is it?
Surely butterflies aren't bad.
What could possibly happen?
I
It's a
have way
mimic.
too many notes. I have way too
A
many
mimic.
notes, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's this one. Butterfly. No, I was correct. Echoes of Enchantment. I'm
Okay.
an idiot.
To retype that now.
As you open it up, the pages themselves seem almost ethereal.
Okay.
It has pages of that are a silk-like material that glow faintly with an inner light. The book contains both lyrical and factual descriptions of very detailed ancient Fae lore.
Ooh.
So, I think with that though, you can go ahead and send me like what you're thinking, and then I can send you the lore back
Okay.
rather than try to
Yeah.
there's a lot.
It's like, generally what lore I want, but I'll send you
Yeah.
the...
Yeah. But I need to give it back to you in book form.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm
Nick
still
is-
focusing on the gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
Nick is
That's
just
going
looking
to
at
take
it
some
real quick.
time.
Yep.
So there's 2 pedestals left, is it?
So there's 2 more books that are not chained left.
Okay.
And then there's 3 books that are chained.
Cedric might go over to one of the unchained book.
Okay. You have the
Give me the one with the purple velvet that
Oh, okay.
emanates deep ancient magic. Actually-
sure.
Actually, sorry, I changed my mind. The deep green leather with leaves and magic. I'll do that one. That one seems more
Okay.
nature-y.
Nature-y?
Nature and love.
Okay. The one with golden intricate leaf patterns, right?
Yep.
Okay. As you go to open it, this of course also has an enchantment, and the book is also somewhat sentient, and it requires you to pass a test. So
Bring it
you
out.
need to assess it. First is going to be an Arcana DC 17.
Oh boy. I only have a +1. Ah, 16.
Okay. DC 17 Insight.
Insight. Bro, 16. No way.
And a DC 17 Persuasion. Okay. Give me 1 second.
The book snaps shut.
So when you then try to open it up and persuade it and understand the enchantments, it doesn't work. A rune activates on the front, and you feel energy start to pulse through your hands. Go ahead and roll 5d8 for me.
Oh shit.
Ooh. You mean there's consequences to our actions?
About time. No, I'm kidding. Not really.
20?
Okay, you take 20 damage. Acid that just starts to permeate through your arms, and you see, like, from where he's holding the book, some of your flesh starts to melt off. Now you're going to roll me a d4, please.
Oh boy.
Don't get above a 1.
Don't get above a 1? Oh, 2?
2. Okay, roll me 5d8 again.
Bro. Oh. 27?
You get hit with 27 cold damage as after the acid burns through your arms, then you see the burst bust with cold nature and just kind of like freezes him and blasts him against the wall as the book falls to the floor.
Cedric gets 1-2'd and fucking goes down.
Yeah, so you now see boop, 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 Cedric's against the wall and he's unconscious.
I just yell again, Cedric, and then go and give him the Mystic Note of Healing. I have used that more on other people than I have for myself. Come on.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's a.
So you're gonna come to how much healing?
It's 3d6 plus 3 times con. So 3 times con would be 6 for me. Is it their con or my con?
It's
Whoever's like
their con.
Okay.
It would be their con.
So it's 18, and then plus whatever 3 times your con is. You get back.
3 times my con?
Mm-hmm. Your con bonus.
Oh, okay. So 18 plus, I only have a +1, so that's 3 is 21. Holy cow, 21? Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Once per day.
So as you all see this, Apple runs over, stuffs a nut in his mouth, and you just see Cedric go, come back too.
Stuff's enough and nut in his mouth, eh?
Yeah.
I like to imagine the Mystic Nut of Healing as like, it looks like an acorn, but like you take the top off and it's like liquid, you know? Because it replenishes every day.
White liquid?
And it was salty.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Go ahead, give me a
Dead.
perception check, Cedric, though, as you
Perception?
open the book to see if you caught anything when you were initially opening.
Bro, my arm was getting eaten away with acid. I didn't see nothing.
Okay. So you like maybe saw the last letter of the inside title and it was an A.
Mm. I kind of set up, I'm like, okay, we need to be careful.
I'm just like looking at like that book and you and just like realizing what could have happened, and I'm like holding the book to myself, just like,
You hear the book. Oof, that's rough.
you can share mine if you want, Cedric.
I'm done reading for a while.
Okay.
How about we don't mess with sketchy things?
I was originally just looking for a way out. I didn't know I would happen.
Fen is gonna cast Detect Magic
Okay.
and look around the room for any possible way out or just anything.
Okay.
Mostly a way out.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
8.
8.
My rolls have not
So
been good today.
there is some sort of magic circle in the middle of the room. but you only get the sense that it's there. You can't see its intricacies.
I don't know much. There's something in the center of the room, but I don't know what, and I couldn't tell you anything else. That's just about it. There's just something there.
I'm done trying out anything or trying out new things. If anyone else wants to try something new, they can. I'm gonna go sit in the corner and watch you guys.
Jordan kind of steps up. He's like, "All right, my turn, I guess," and goes to look at the circle.
Okay. Go ahead and give me Arcana.
Arcana. It's a 22.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Investigation.
$11.
Okay. You just needed above a 10 since you got such high Arcana. So it will take some time to study it, but after studying for a little while, it seems like it is a teleportation circle.
Mm.
Guys, this is a teleportation circle.
Hot dice.
This might be our way out.
Well,
Yeah, that's totally what I was gonna say too.
looks like it's our
So
only
you
way
get the
out.
sense to activate it, you would need to burn a cumulative of 6 spell slots.
Oh,
I'm gonna bust
So
out.
basically burn your magic and pump it into it. So like if you're burning a level 2 spell slot, that will count for 2, right? That makes sense. So you need a cumulative of 6.
I will use Summon Fae, a 3rd level spell, to summon just a cute little Fae creature right onto the circle.
Okay. Let's see what you get.
Make it cute.
Hey, it random pops.
I know, but make it cute.
Is that the Tasha's Cauldron of anything one?
Let me check.
It's the 3rd level spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you call forth the Fae spirit, manifests in an occupied space you can
Yep.
see within range.
Okay, so it's not a Fae, it's the face, the little face spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see a little corporeal form of a face spirit, just kind of sitting in the middle of the circle.
Cool.
So you need to choose a mood when you're casting this: fuming, mirthful, or tricksy.
Mirthful.
Mirthful. Okay. So this little face spirit's just kind of sitting there and just kind of roaming around, seemingly waiting for instructions.
Okay. You just wait there, little guy.
I have an
He
idea.
just seems to kind of like be bobbing a little bit.
If I
Then just
cast,
like, oh, he's kind of cute.
if I cast sending, does that count? It's a level 3.
Yeah, it's just burning the spell slot. It doesn't matter what you're casting.
You're not
Orns-
casting the spells. You're just.
You're
like,
not casting the spell itself. You're burning the spell slot. The spell isn't going off, and the magic is instead. being
Oh, I
pumped
thought we
in.
had to
So
like,
it's like
expel a spell to. Okay, so yeah, I
No,
don't
it's like-
summon it. I
you're
just use
basically
that.
burning your magical reserves that you have, right? Spell slots are a representation of the magic you have in you to output.
So we're doing that
essentially
thing
you're
with the hand,
burning.
like there's magic coming in our hands, and we're just like.
Pumping.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't.
You did it in the, I think it was the first.
Yeah. Okay. So
to
I
help,
don't.
to help the druid close the portal. Remember?
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Fae doesn't.
cleanse the void ritual.
That Fae never got summoned.
Okay, sounds good.
I just used that 3rd level spell.
It's like blue-doo-doo.
Reverse.
Blips in, blips out.
Oh.
Blips in, blips out. Like never mind. Oh.
I don't want you
Friends?
here.
Oh shit!
Okay, so that's the 3rd. So there's 3 levels of magic in there, and then Torin, you're burning sending for another 3.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, the teleport's circle lights up and starts glowing and pulsating, and it's getting faster and faster and faster.
All right, everyone in case it disappears with me and Torin going in.
Fen walks onto it.
Okay.
Monarch gets
Everybody
up.
getting on?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everybody gets on. It blinks, 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 blinks. And I'm assuming you still have the book with you, Apple?
I do.
Okay. So you blink, and you guys appear in the middle of the shop. Her shop.
Well, that was a lot. I'm gonna go over to a table and pull the book out and start reading it.
Okay.
Cedric just goes and finds a chair. Just goes and sits down.
Okay.
I think Fen's gonna sit and study her staff.
Okay. I'm assuming MR's studying Gauntlet.
Amar actually leaves.
Okay, sure.
So goes up to the door, unlocks it if he can. If he can't, he kicks it open.
You could go through the
Okay.
window, you know, Amar.
He's ignoring.
Okay.
Oh, Kool-Aid man.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Cool. Yeet.
Looking for above a 15, ideally.
Woohoo! 19.
Okay, yeah. Just heel kicks the door and busts it straight off of its hinges and like tears the lock mechanism from its door and just hits.
Somebody wants to.
As soon as the door like breaks, like Apple hears that, she's gonna go, "Oh shit!" and like dart towards the window and just open up. Everyone get out! Amar, come on!
Everybody scram!
The fuzz, beat
When
it!
Amar
The fuck?
when Amar does that, Fen's just gonna like roll her eyes and then look over at Torin.
Yeah.
Why are our children so bad?
He'll head to the nearest bar.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm leaving out the window and acting like I was never even there.
Okay.
That was a situation where Fen just sat down and then she's like, okay. Then she follows after.
Yeah, I'll follow after the window, but I'll be making a beeline for where Amar goes.
Okay, so you're following after real quick. And then Torin, you're following with Fen and Apple?
Yes.
Roll.
Okay. So you guys all kind of scatter very quickly. Fen, Apple, I want you to make a perception check, please.
Uh, 18.
Go. 17.
Nice.
You both feel the intensity of eyes on you even more now.
I think the hair stands on her.
Ben,
And she just yeah, like she was
What?
gonna like look around and she just stops walking.
What are we looking
Okay.
at?
I don't want to be alone right now. I'm gonna go find the other two. Y'all want to come with me?
I just feel weird.
Do you feel that, Torin? You're
Does Soren
sensitive.
feel the eyes or no?
Do you look around though?
Yeah, I guess you try to like see what Fen's looking for. Like
Okay.
what are we looking
I
at?
So
feel
you're
like-
looking, you kind of like look around for like actual eyes. What you guys feel is like eyes from like beyond something almost. Torin, with your ridiculous passive perception, it's ridiculous. You do catch but a glimpse, only a moment, of a hooded figure in a purple robe that was looking at you, that turns from a corner and disappears down an alleyway.
Oh, I could have sworn that person was looking at us.
Ugh, it's probably just the
What?
heebie-jeebies from from what we went through, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's just really weird.
I don't know. I
Cedric?
didn't get a weird feeling.
I'm
Weird
sure
feeling.
it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing.
And Cedric and Amar, can you make perception checks, please?
Yep.
Would you guys say that you're kind of barreling forward though, so maybe you're not paying
Amar
quite
is-
as much attention, or
Amar isn't too focused. He's probably putting in the same amount of focus he
Yeah.
would normally, but not any.
I mean, it looks like that from the rolls too, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. So you guys
Man.
are moving forward. You don't really notice anything as you're bustling forward. And I think there, with deals with the Fae, learning a little bit more about the interweaving of what might be happening behind the scenes, and this feeling and sense of careful eyes on you, and the noticing of this purple hooded figure watching you. I think that's where we're going to end it tonight.